What happens if the holidays aren't so merry? Hi, I'm Kim Long with Dochas Psychological Services in Spruce Grove, Alberta. For some of you, Christmas brings to mind warm fires, good food, and laughter with family and friends. It helps us forget some of the craziness that comes before the actual celebration. For those of us who struggle with PTSD, depression, and anxiety, the holiday season is anything but celebratory. Let me explain. Here are some of the symptoms you'd experience if you have PTSD. If you're like some, your entire worldview is changed. People can't be trusted. Crowds feel even more crowded than they actually are. Noises seem shriller and lights seem brighter. Lack of sleep means you have less ability to calm yourself down, so patience is thin and you can't concentrate or participate in conversations the way you usually would. It's exhausting. Then you feel guilt or shame for not being who you are expected to be. You feel like you're a disappointment. This can either lead to isolation or anger. And what about if you experience depression over the holidays? Here are some of those symptoms. For you, your lack of interest in just about anything makes it an effort to even get out of bed. You're either extremely sad or you just don't care. You can't concentrate. It's like you're moving through a fog or quicksand. Every step pulls you further and further away from what you want to experience. Again, you're totally aware of how you want to be and aware of how difficult it is to get there, so guilt and shame are your friends. Like with PTSD, this can lead to isolation or anger. We can't forget about anxiety either. There's a lot of overlap with depression symptoms. The major difference is being keyed up rather than deflated or numb. You're on alert and trying to plan for every eventuality so you don't screw anything up. You're exhausted from being so tense and controlled. It's like a wire pulled too tightly that with one more turn of the screw, it snaps, and everything in its way is collateral. Tears, anger, and feeling out of control. Guilt and shame are constant companions, along with judgment. Now also add in, if you work in a situation where the holidays can mean more danger, our first responders and military service people are often called out to deal with people in the worst moments of their lives. This is in sharp contrast to the happy songs and merriment of the holidays. So the holiday season can naturally trigger unhappy memories or unresolved tensions instead of visions of sugar plums. Keep this in mind. These symptoms are common for some with PTSD, depression, or anxiety on the regular. Now imagine adding the stress of the holiday expectations, finding just the right gift, even less downtime or quiet. More and more people who are also amped up so it adds fuel to the fire. And then we expect people who struggle with these illnesses to just suck it up, put on a happy face. Why can't you just be? And we wonder why they can't just be happy for the holidays. We, to some extent, resent their symptoms, and instead of making it clear that we resent the monster inside, we do or say things that blame the person. All I'm trying to say is, for many of us, the holidays aren't easy. And knowing that we're expected to put on the show and not being able to makes it so much harder. We don't choose to be this way, nor do we want it. Here are some things that can help. More kindness, more patience, making it okay to not do something or to do a little less, more old school manners, slowing things down a bit, making time for the calm and for each other. I invite you to hold the door open for people, nod your head at people and smile as you walk down the street, help a neighbor, and make time for you. My hope is that the next year will be better than the last. We can make that happen together. Best wishes for this season to you and yours.